Paries Tribe. This is Ivana. I'm sorry if you have any background noises in the back. It's a full house. We got about 7 people here. But I wanted to do a tribal talk pertaining to email job scams. There's a lot of them going around, and they are offering legitimate remote jobs, but I want to help the community know the difference between what's legit and what is a scam. Um, just so you know, and I'm going to give you the background, my email is on the black web. It keeps popping up. So I get emails from scammers all the time, I guess, trying to get my information, trying to take money from me. And it doesn't work. I literally had one that I pissed off so bad that I think he quit. So he just quit the whole process altogether. Um, but I want to show you the difference because, Indeed, Glassdoor, Monster, ZipRecruiter, they have ways to contact people, or like the recruiters have a way to contact people that are in those platforms, and they don't go directly into your actual email. Some of them don't. You might have a small one, onesies and twosies maybe, but not that many. And that's when you do your own research and you use your own discernment for that. But um, they have a way to contact you, and I'm going to show you here where the difference between an actual one from the scammer, the one from I'm concentrating on Indeed, because in this one email it said that they see my resume on Indeed, so that way what to look for if it's an actual legitimate job. Um, and because of the pandemic, they are targeting people that really are desperate. And, some people you see, oh my God, just work from home. I could work from home and do this and do that, and I'll be fine. Especially single parents. They love targeting single parents, widows, widowers that need a job or want to work from home because they got kids and they don't want to either pay child care because it's high as heck, or they want to stay home and they don't want to miss a moment of their kids' lives, which is understandable. So I'm going to read to you what James McCullen, so he calls himself, says. Dear applicant, my name is James McCullen from Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. And I had to look it up. I contacted this is an actual legitimate place. Your resume was posted on Indeed and had been reviewed by our human resource department, and you have been shortlisted for an online interview with the hiring manager. And then it says due to the pandemic, which that part is on the online. I'm gonna just tell you, our company makes use of online services to conduct its various duties, which also includes the online interview process. So it does say that they are currently conducting virtual interviews, not only with the healthcare, but also with the careers. That is definitely in there. But it does not say you are to contact the hiring manager via a Google Hangouts or Skype using this email. Now, I have never in a million years had to contact any hiring manager about an interview myself by using these three. Well, they have three. They have Google Hangouts, Skype, and another one called getwire.com. So not only you have a internet scam, you have two scams in one. You have an internet scam and you have a interview scam, which in an interview scam, they'll say, oh, well, there's something wrong with our camera. Please forgive us. We can just still conduct. They cannot conduct an interview. And if you have that problem and say, look, I don't feel comfortable conducting the interview with no picture right there, can we reschedule until your camera is fixed? They will actually, most companies will not conduct the interview because they're recording it. And if their cameras are not working, they will tell you, are you able to um, interview at a later time? But this one we kept hitting and missing, so I just gave up on it because they wanted, which is weird, and I'm going to tell you why later. But it did said to contact Sharon Room at CHI Now it looks like a legitimate email, but please use your discernment. I'm sorry. I I was almost fooled when I said almost, um, because when I got down, it says your verification code is VGM2401. This would serve as your identification number throughout the online hiring process. Um, why would I need a verification code for an online process, and why would you tell me that? Doesn't make any sense. On top of that, you're supposed to contact me about, you're supposed to give me a contact code or a code for the online interview, right? So they said the interview schedule is online days, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, let me let you in on something. The Virginia Mason Franciscan Health is located in Seattle, Washington State. I'm in Kentucky. So that's Eastern State. Well, of course, Kentucky, half the state. One side is Central Time, one side is Eastern. I'm on the Eastern Standard Time side, okay? So that's 3 hours. Yeah, about 3 hours. So it would be 6 o'clock in the morning that they be conducting interviews. And they said the venue is Skype, Google Hangouts, or Wire, which no, no, no. They use Zoom, Google Meets. They might, there's some other platforms, but those are not the three. They'll use Skype, of course, but other than that, no. The other two is a no. That's more of a party plan. I mean, the Wire is also for company engagements and stuff like that, but it's fairly new and it's been hit with. I even tried contacting the company, said, hey, look, you got somebody that is scamming and they using your platform, and they have not even got back with me. That's how new it is. It's fairly new, but it's being used in some companies, but eventually not that many. And then they said paid training is available. So I'm like, oh, so they're going to pay for my training, right? I'm like, oh, yay, cool. They then got the diversity creates a healthier atmosphere. All qualified companies. They try to make it seem so legit. But the key thing is here. Best regards, you don't have a phone number. You don't have an extension, just in case if you have more questions, or you don't have it. So I said, thank you for the offer and the interview. I have a few questions, if I may ask. One, what is the position? And two, where is it located? Because they didn't mention in the email what kind of jobs it was. And of course, I put all my information. Of course, I don't know why I put owner. It is what it is. I think I had a mommy moment when I did that. And most of y'all have my cell phone number, so it doesn't matter. Just you can't call me. I'm in Kentucky. If you all the way in Maryland, New Jersey, or even in California, I can't help you to get you home. You better call you an Uber, okay? So it's there. So it says, good morning, Ivana. The positions available is data entry, administrative assistant, customer service representative, or customer care representative, I'm sorry, and accounting clerk. Now, there will be training for all these positions. The pay scale is $42 an hour for all positions. So you mean to tell me I'm getting paid more than a nurse? I'm getting paid more than a um, radiology tech? What? Training is $20. So if it's paid training, then why am I paying? Why am I paying for the training, right? All remote, okay. I told him I'm interested. I said, yeah, I'm cool with it. But when I didn't hear from him, I ended up contacting the interview manager anyway. So I told her, hey, I'm looking for an interview Tuesday next week if possible. I'm located in Eastern time. We'll need to adjust your time. And we'll need to adjust your time if you're not located in that time zone. May I ask what jobs are for, where it's located? So she responded, and look who it's supposed to be. The Vice President Chief Human Resource Officer. Sorry, it's a train in the back. I live on the train tracks. But it's so I go to sleep with every time it comes on. Don't worry, I won't go to sleep now. But the positions available are these. The ones I just mentioned: data entry, administrative assistant, customer care representative, and accounting clerk. And these are remote positions. If interested, you are to schedule an interview with me via Skype or Google Hangouts using my email address. You can also contact me via a wire. Search for this one, which I did, or visit getwire.com. So if I have to search you, or so when you say visit getwire.com and search for, I don't know. So that was another nitpicking thing, but the main thing was, why is the hiring manager the vice president and the chief of human resources officer? They have too many things going on in their life, at work and after work, to be worried about doing any type of interviews. That's why everything is delegated. So, like I said, just look at it. And then on top of that, she does not have a number and everything. But I'm going to say from experience calling the hospital, calling there, they have a mess going on. So it they they put me through, they patched me through. So I heard her voicemail. So if they tried to do the okey doke with the voice, I know it's definitely not her. Okay, so I told her, is the interview 9 Pacific Standard Time or 9 Eastern Standard Time? Please let me know. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, our service has been down in the past couple of hours. So, as you know, I missed the interview because their service were down. Your time for the interview was and is for 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Was and is. Why would you put a past and a present? I don't know. So it's a good time for you now. Can we begin? So automatically, she's willing to go ahead and do an interview. That's a no-go. They don't up that. Their time is precious. And you know damn well there's a lot of people that need jobs around here. They are suffering, and some of them, they just ghosting. I understand. Some of them are ghosting, but for work from home jobs, if a lot of people were doing it from home and they got acclimated to it, you know, that's all they want. You know, there's a lot of people looking for work from home jobs now. So I told her, I do apologize. My computer was acting up as well, which it was. It was actually acting up, but it was during the Mercury retrograde. Of course, everything is going to go haywire because of the energy is very, very volatile. And may I reschedule? And then when I get it, I'm asleep. This is 7:38. I was up till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I was waiting on them, and then I just went to sleep. And then she said, it's 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, good for you today. So I didn't even bother responding. I was done with it. I said, come on now. Yeah, I'm not gonna egg it on. We just gonna leave it alone. Cause I was going to actually record the actual email, the interview, not the email, but the interview, and show you how they try to play it off. It's like, oh yeah, you got the interview, and then once you get the interview, and then say, oh, congratulations, you got the job and everything. They'll send you a bunch of paperwork you have to fill out, and that includes your social security number, your bank account information, so that way they know where to debit and all that. But then of course it wouldn't be those type of jobs. The job would be where they put money in your account, you take the money, take it to a Western Union and everything, and you send it to somebody in another um with another name in another area and stuff like that. So yeah, they that's pretty much kind of like money laundering in a way. Well, it's a whole lot in a way. So, but it is what it is. So this is what the Indeed email looked like. Um, they would basically say somebody named Brian Snyder, which is Indeed mail, whatever. They'll always say Indeed mail. It will not say what company email it is. And he was, telling me, we reached out because they thought that you were a great fit for the opportunity. And need to respond either to confirm or deny the interest. You have this where it shows confirm or deny the interest. Um, they say I was forwarded your resume from my regional recruiter and would love an opportunity to have you come in and talk. I'm a Western Southern Life Fortune 500 company. This is what you need to look for. And you need to look for it. They got a cell phone number and everything. Now, if you're interested, if you're in the Lexington or Maysville area in Kentucky, hey, got all that information. All right, thanks, Wesley Story, agency manager. P.S. It's not a cold call selling your friends a family opportunity. Okay. Um, because it's an insurance company, they need people to sell. And then it tells you the job details. What to look for, what you're gonna do. It don't tell you in those two emails. It just tell you, oh, this is what you get. This is what we're giving you. And even in the first one from James Cohen, didn't have none of that. None of that. It didn't have what kind of job, how much it was, and everything else. And then on top of that, when I called the hospital, I I got Sharon Royne, um, and of course, she's legitimate. She's actually on this website, but the other guy was not there. They didn't have him, James McCullen, and I was like, well, if James McCullen is there, then I know it's legit. I was like, okay, this might be legit. If he wasn't there, I was like, Lord Jesus, okay, yeah, but I would call and verify, say, look, whoever they put as the top person, like the hiring manager and stuff, I would go ahead and literally, um, call them, leave them an email and say, hey, look, somebody is using your ID to scam people, just to give them an idea, because sometimes they don't know. And then they can look into it in their own accord and everything else. So, um, but yeah, this is a legitimate, and that's usually what they'll send. They'll send you the full details of the job, who they are, a point of contact, and some of them, and some I think is Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and I think Glassdoor asks if you confirm the interest or not. All right. So I hope that this helps you um, kind of guide you which one is a real legitimate and which one is not. And then I can go into more in detail about the internet, the virtual internet scams of what they do and everything a little bit later in the next talk. So I'm going to get off here. You all have a wonderful weekend and take care of our tribe babies. All right? Peace.